So as we all know, your girl is on this journey, and I thank y'all for coming along with me on the ride. This journey has caused me to peel back so many layers of myself, and has caused me to do things out of the ordinary that I probably would never do because of my stubbornness. And a lot of us miss our blessings by being stubborn and prideful. So on this journey, when I first started the journey in the beginning, I went on this like apology spree, apologizing to everyone for any and everything. I was seeking the forgiveness of others and also forgiving others, because I didn't want nothing to hinder my growth spiritually, and I didn't want nothing to stop me from receiving the gifts that the Lord had for me, right? So I went on this apology spree, and I mean, I'm apologizing for things I probably did years ago, and even if I didn't do nothing, I'm like, listen, I don't know if I've caused you any pain or anything, but if I did, I want to apologize for anything that I've ever done. I'm righting my wrongs, because we all have to stand in front of that judge, right? And before we get to him and have him judge, and he look back at me and say, hold on, you did this, you ain't even cared to apologize. I said, let me go and apologize to everyone. And now listen, I apologize to so many people. And it wasn't because I've done anything, but I don't, sometimes we do things and we don't know that we may offend somebody or said something. And I probably still got people I need to apologize to. So if you out there and you seeing this, I'm sorry. But I'm just kidding. That wasn't genuine. But I went on this apology spree. And I apologized and I forgave a lot of people. And I apologized to a lot of people. And it's so crazy because it was only one person that I apologized to. And I mean, I apologized to this person like over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, different ways. But it's so crazy when people are not receptive to the apology, when you are so receptive to theirs. And I also wanted to forgive those who, done wrong to me, because it's not a one-way street. You know what I mean? If you want to be forgiven, you have to forgive. So I went out here on this apology spree and everything like that. And so it was this one person on this apology spree who wasn't receptive to the apology. Basically telling me that I need to apologize a certain type of way. Excuse me? Sometimes we have to look back. Sometimes we look back and be like, whoa, I don't even need to give you an apology because my actions came from what you've done. But I've apologized for my part in that wrong. And you gonna move on. So it may be people that you may go to apologize that don't want your apology. But you're not apologizing and forgiving for their sake. You're doing it for yours. So I had to move on. I said, no more. I'm not jumping through hoops and loops to get you to forgive me or to get you to accept the apology. And you might bump into that, but you have to be strong enough to say, you know what? In this situation, my will was done, and that's all I can do is try to right my wrongs. If you're not receptive to it, understandable, but I've apologized and I'm going to keep on moving. But let me tell you this. Y'all know when I do this, it's about to get serious, right? When I went out here apologizing to people, it was easy because I knew that I was in a place where I was not prideful and I wasn't being stubborn. And I knew that I have caused some pain to people. So I went out here and I apologized. But let me tell you, when I had to apologize to my kids, you hear me? It was the hardest apology I had to give thus far. I was in here like, I didn't even know what to say. And you know why that is? Because it's so easy for us to go out here and right the wrongs of those, friends and family or whatever. But when you disappoint your kids, right? How you come back from that? And you got to be strong, because apologizing to your kids as a parent, a lot of parents out here don't see no wrong in what they've done when their kids was young, or even things that they do when their kids are older. I'm not that parent. But I had to apologize to my kids for things that I've done when they were younger, because I got 2 oldest ones and the little one. So I had to go out here and apologize to my kids for things that they never said nothing to me about it. But because of who I was, I know I could have done some things that may have made them feel left out. You know what I mean? So I'm here and I'm like, I got to apologize to my kids. And God put that in my spirit. You can't go out here making everything right with people that don't matter or not going to matter. But it's still good that you're going out there to do that, to correct your wrongs. But I need you to be a woman and put on them big girl panties and go out here and apologize to those kids. And I'm like, what? Apologize to my kids? What do I say? What do I say? I felt like the child, because here I am going to my kids, humbling myself in front of my kids, my three, saying, Mommy may have done some things that made you feel this way, that way, or whatever. And I didn't know how they was going to take it, whether they was going to be like, yeah, we was waiting for, you know how kids could be, right? Yeah, we was waiting for you to say something. Yeah, you was like that. Yeah, you did that, da-da-da-da. But let me tell you, God has blessed me with some amazing, amazing children. And we've done struggled together. We done went a little sometimes hungry together. Okay? They didn't know, but I knew. Mommy had to pull a rabbit out the hat. It's been days I went to bed without eating for my kids, okay? And it's my truth. Can't nobody tell your story better than you, and I'm going to tell it, baby. So I was in here rehearsing like I was auditioning for a play. I said, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, I'm going to say this. I'm like, nah, blah, 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 blah. Now, my daughter is overseas. My son was at work. We all text a lot, right? But we speak every day. And, I spoke to them about it even after I sent the text or whatever. So we have like a group chat, and even with the 10-year-old in the group chat. And I said whatever I needed to say, right? Boom, laid it down, said what I needed to say. My kids, okay, baby, was like, Ma, what? What? We love you. You're good. What do you, like, what? We love you. We love you. Do you hear me? We love you. And I'm like, that's it? And I mean, I got deep. I apologize for anything that I've done to y'all when y'all was young that made y'all feel any type of way. I apologize from the bottom of my heart, but I was learning to be a mother while I was being a mother. Not no excuse for anything that I did, but you have to understand, I was learning to be something that I was supposed to already know how to be. I was learning that while being that. And I also put, no matter how much of a good home we had, beautiful homes, food in the fridge, and when things we didn't have, or nice cars, none of that matters. Your feelings, anything that I've done to corrupt your feelings, Mommy apologized. And they made me feel like I've hit the lotto. When God blessed me with them, I did hit. Big time. They are amazing. Okay? And I didn't know how good of a mother I was until my journey, because I never was told how to be a mother. You know what I mean? I never was taught how to be a mother. You don't get books to this. You have a kid, you want to be grown, you go out there, have your baby, you do what you do. You know what I mean? This is the most important apology ever. That this is the one that counts. This is the one that matters. And I pray that they are receptive to it and that they accept it, because I don't know what I may have done to make them feel counted out, less than, not important, unseen. And they know. That's one thing. When you that mother, when you that father, they know. Your kids know. And you give them all the same type of love. It wasn't like, oh, well, you was this with her and you didn't do this with me. Nothing. It was so blissful. So the whole point of this video is, sometimes we go out here and correcting relationships with people that don't even matter. But the hardest one to correct is the ones that do matter. You got to choose the right words. You got to make sure you are in the right headspace when you're coming. But apologizing to your kids is on a different level. And I did it. Apologize to those kids, girl. Apologize to those kids, boy. Apologize. Because when it's all said and done, they're the only ones that's going to be standing on 10 for you. I know mine is. Because mommy is good.